The problem is Looking Glass is a program that's been, it's a declassified system. I take you to Wikipedia and you still sit there and go, no, they're aliens. No, they're synthetic biological beings that we're using right now to augment humans for the smart city agendas and IBM agentic AI with that little square pin that you use. So, like I told you, hang on. Okay. So here's Looking Glass. 802.15.6 is your ass. There's you. Heavy magnets underground with CERN, ITER, and tokamak. They have those computers use biocomputing. Biocomputing is your DNA on a chip in a massive machine. Big supercomputers, right? Yeah, underground. But biocomputing, those are your neurons on a chip in a machine that's accessible, quick. Watch this. So here's you. I was abducted. Yeah, they were doing that to steal your DNA or your skin, load it into a computer chip. I'll load the Brain Atlas article with this. You can see what one looks like and look it up for yourself. They're using them in Berlin. They're all over. And then, it's Pandora. And I'm like, no. You took their DNA, loaded it into a biocomputer using EEG, the same way we use right now for stable diffusion with machine learning. They can read our mind. Yeah, you put on your little NeuroSky or your brain-computer interface. Yeah, it reads your brain waves. We can do that with math called the Fourier transform out of air molecules, just measuring the pressure under your skull. Why? Because we've been using voice to skull since the 1940s to manipulate human behavior. Okay, so you lied about Looking Glass. It's flying AWACS. I've taken AWACS, meaning like just recently on Command and Control, they're like, hey, we dropped a bunch of wireless to Gaza along with other things because we fly a data center above your head. And then we have big magnets that magnetize your biofield locally where you are. Then we use the microdoppler to pulse and perturbate and shake your cells around. It's called electroporation. It's how CRISPR-Cas9 works. We have a copy of your DNA underground. We shoot a signal from above your head. Now you're shaking like this inside of this network. Enter the commands we want. Compare it to a model that we have on a computer. Fire. Wow, that ain't magical. Nope. And geospatial's not magical either. We're not firing spells on you. We're electrocuting you with electroporation for biosensors. Rice University. It's electrical boogie woogie. So then they lied about interdimensional stuff and as far as physics. And people, they do have skiffs, but the physical liminal space reallocation is about your DNA frequency. And if I try to get into this, you're not going to understand because you still think they're trying to save you. They use your body parts and your cell structure for building buildings in the future because our whole dimension is crystalline. So we just log in with the right math and turn you into a box, a wall, something else. You're prima materia. We blow you into dust. You're a plasma water suit walking around. So I said, I'm like 1953 MQ-9 Reaper drone. And Stephen Greer said, pretty fucking magical technology gap from 1955 to 1965, medical implant communication system, chipping humans with RFID chips. The Mac ID in humans, 1979 for me. And how long has it been going on? Delgado, I don't know. Hemisync to EEG, but I can prove it back to 1906 with my own medical records in my family. Hemisync, EEG, and brain connectome. Google fingers, brain connectome. It's a wiring diagram of the brain for the Brain Initiative with Obama in 2008, and it's international. What about the new brain atlases they can just log into for wireless drugging? Yeah. Oh, see, frauds again. We're casting spells? No, you're not. You're using geospatial with position, navigation, and timing of the human body with things like human activity recognition radar. You're not magical. You were always tethered to IBM. I grew up with you fucks. I know how you work. And then when somebody has real abilities, if you can't manipulate them remotely, you get on top of them with physical people, study it, and then make sure they're subdued. It's all part of the testing of keeping control so everyone believes whatever lie you tell in the news or wherever else. So EEG and brain connectome testing with DNA sequence patterning. Yeah, Hemisync. And all of the rest of you think it's all mystical and whatever. Nope, that's your digital twin underground with IBM. With the same Lockheed Looking Glass architecture with databases that they've been working on for 50 years per ITsec modeling software that they're using to do it. Now, they told you you're ascending, you're going to a 5D city or whatever. That's a cognitive city. It talks to you. It's called intercommunication technology. Yeah, because they're literally using your body. This is why those of you that are still confused, you need to watch that JWICS series I did, so you see that NASA had your ass, CWICS. It's a sentient world simulation with Purdue University. Purdue University, IEEE Spectrum magazine, turned the body itself into the wire so it's harder to hack the data. DNA steganography, write the electronic health records directly into the body. Then we use the body as a wire, DNA as a natural transmitting antenna. We don't need radio frequency. Right, except we're not allowed to use our own telepathy or biofield. The only way anybody's allowed to feel their own skin is if you're already logging in, and then we can go out and lie to people like the other big frauds with the Galactic Federation. It's all bullshit. Same government, same people, same small group of bankers that run the fucking world. And therefore, nobody gets to use their own abilities without being tethered to an IBM so that they can log into your body and neutralize you in whatever way they want to, whenever they want to. So as I was growing up, because my dad was involved with ayahuasca and all these other things, I had a CD player before anybody did that was portable. I had all this equipment around me, lifelong, that other people made fun of me about in school. Nobody's ever going to have a home stereo. It takes up too much room. You're stupid. Nobody's ever going to put a stereo in their car. Who would want to spend money on that? You're stupid. I'll give you another one. Maybe it'll make you laugh. Do you know what this is? Well, in 1993, I was making videos like you all do nowadays all the fucking time, right? Yeah, but back then, to have the ability to put the tape in the camera and take it out and put it in the VCR was a big fucking deal because we would record over it, make another video. You guys all do this shit with your cell phones now. Back in 1992, 93, we had this. Nobody else did. It wasn't brand new, but they didn't have it. My dad, of course, with this equipment, do you even recognize it? It ain't VHS. Sony. So, Sabrina, nobody's ever going to be taking videos at their house. You're so stupid. Okay. When you live with that lifelong, and then my dad sold his first business for $1.75 million or something like that and moved to Vegas. And he was Dr. Stereo out there, and now he's retired in Kentucky giving lectures at universities about electrical engineering. You can fuck right off. I told the truth, and when I moved to Vegas, I met all these professionals doing the same shit I'd always seen. They sell you a story so they can sell their books, and they lie for money. So I have endeavored to try to help people understand you're at a level now with human augmentation. You have to tell the truth about your own anatomy so that you can help yourself or others. And the energy workers don't want to let go because they love to be able to manipulate people. And then they want to blame it on the rain. Oh, I watched your video and I was attacked. Bullshit. That's electronic warfare, by the way. So if you want to put that on something, you ain't putting it on me. They don't want you to know it's your own anatomy. You might actually kick their ass. Full circle. Remember what I said about you're chewing your bubble gum? Cranial nerves, please. Chew your bubble gum. So when you do that with your jaw, your cranial nerves, there's a little more oxygen, there's a little more motion. They lock the signal into the back of your neck or the front of your head. I blow their amygdala like hubba bubba, bitch. Oh. My abilities are my own. Under my skin, I don't let you in. Anybody, anything. It's just me and God. That's it. Growing up, people always had demons and all these other things. I did not. Not like they did. Wireless sensor networks, Chilisti boosts, even the demonic, whatever. I'm like, go the fuck away. I can hear it, whitelisted away from me. Now as an adult, it's the same thing. Only it's much worse because they have augmented and mutated people physically. And y'all ain't ready to deal with that, clearly, because your energy worker people are still lying like they breathe, dancing around and pretending in these circles. Oh, you can't watch Sabrina. She's too negative, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Go talk to Heidi at the Icons channel or find somebody else that can help you learn your biofield as human anatomy and that these people are using holography so you don't get yourself in trouble. I don't make money because I refuse to take money. And I don't want you to subscribe, and I don't want you to show up here and watch endless videos. I just want you to know that's your anatomy, and therefore you are empowered and in control to figure out, I don't want people logging into me. Yeah, duh, that's what we're up against here every day on the channel. That's why we're busy making a coloring book, because so many people are making such fat bank accounts doing this to unsuspecting other humans. And would you imagine? We thought the hackers were going to help us. Now they're working with Mayorkas, and we were hopeful the energy workers would help us. No, I'm here making this video. And we were hopeful the doctors would talk. No, they're Yetis. They're terrified of their own biosensors. And there's a reason for all of that. You know what it is? Clicky, clicky. I hit a button, you have a heart attack. That's what it's called. Intracardiac network, intra-body communication. The biosensor responds and electrocutes your dumbass to death. That ain't the only way. Integrated circuits, pressure on the side of your house. They see it all, 24/7, 6 days in advance of whatever you're doing, by database, by metrics, by what we call bioinformatics and analytics. This has been my point the entire time. All free will is completely removed, and this system hasn't changed since I can remember. Because you cover up for one another and keep spinning people in circles of bullshit so they cannot escape you. Here we are again. No thanks. So I'm not taking that on either. There's a bunch of stuff this morning, interestingly enough, that everybody's like, what? Well, I don't do interviews, it's true, because I'm disabled. So I don't want other professionals to think that I'm unprofessional. I've never been fired from a job, and I take myself seriously when it comes to being able to deliver, or rather to bring an oratory that has an acute delivery. And I prefer to be more pithy when I'm with professionals on a screen so we can go quicker. And I'm just not there at the moment. Oh, why would that be? So please out there, do your best. Okay. And if you're going to be in a state of fear, and if you're going to talk shit about people, can I please not be in your list?